Hello fellow mechanics, and welcome back to another video. This one's gonna be quite interesting actually. I have been recently playing this game. This is not another Needle game. It doesn't really matter, but it's one of the games that I kind of replicated on my in Gamestar mechanic. But the point is, this level was really hard for me. Like, you have to like jump over all these spikes and not die and yada yada. So I actually went ahead and I scripted what essentially beats the level for you. So let's actually let me demonstrate that. So if I run this, yeah, if I run this, so you get this, right? So then as soon as I press C, I'm not doing anything right now. This is getting beaten for me right now. So nothing's happening. My hands are off the keyboard. So, yep, and it's finished, and now I can actually control it. I didn't make it go to the finish because I wanted to demonstrate, but I just have to make this final jump, which I can't do, but basically I made it beat the entire level, with the exception of that last jump. So then I was like, hey, there's also Gamestar mechanic. Right, so I made this level. I'm working on the second Jump Madness level. I mean stage, game, whatever. It's gonna be called H-Ralph, but I'm not going to spoil anything, but here's one of the levels that I recently made for this game, and it was really difficult to verify. I was not able to verify it because I'm going to try it right now, actually. Let me just turn down the sound because there's going to be way too many sounds. Yes, so this is gone. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, so here. If I try this, oops. Yeah, if I try this, it's a lot of hard jumps. So, yeah, it's, first of all, you have to make this. Then you have to get this pack, which is really hard because it's in between the damage blocks. Yeah, it's really hard. And then I actually was able to do this jump at one point, and I got all the keys. But then there's another jump they have to do through these purple spikes, which is very difficult. So what I ended up doing is I ended up scripting a long, essentially hard-coded command thing which presses the keys for you. So if I run this right now, it's actually very inconsistent. It's not that inconsistent, but it's inconsistent, which is weird. What I mean by inconsistent is that sometimes you run it and you die, sometimes you run it and it works, which means like Gamestar mechanic has this weird lag kind of thing where sometimes it may or may not work. So I might not get it first try, but let's see if it gets it first try. So if I press C right now, my hands are off the keyboard. Once again, you saw how I couldn't beat it before. Now I'm absolutely destroying this level. This is totally me. Actually, not really. This is the computer doing everything. And yeah, you see it missed that last jump. So if I actually try it again, I'm sure it'll work. It's just a matter of, so this is weird. This is just the Gamestar mechanic thing, but I'm sure if I change the numbers a little bit, it'll work more consistently. But once it gets that last jump, let's hope it does. Right now, this jump, oh, it failed again. It failed again. Well, I guess I'll keep trying, and if anything, I'll just skip to it for you guys. This way, you don't have to wait. But it worked for me like 2 times out of 5, basically. Maybe this time's the charm. Yep, there it is. Okay, so it just literally beat the level for me. I mean, now I can control it, but these last few jumps are easy. And then you just get to the exit. I'm not going to, like, show you guys the code. That's for you to get it. But as you saw, it beat it for me, which means I don't actually have to verify the levels. It is a possible level. It's just incredibly difficult. So, you guys are going to hate me now because I'm not actually beating this. It's going to be my computer beating it for me. So now I can make a really impossible level and still be able to post it. But actually, something that's cool is that if you are dedicated enough to try to figure this out, I can try to explain how this works. So this is Python. You can get Python. I mean, if any of you guys actually watching this video do any programming at all, then you might know what Python is. It's a programming language. So once you figure out how to install Python and kind of get the basics down, I'm not going to obviously start teaching you programming, but there's a library called PyInput. It looks like this. So if you run this line of code on the top of these 2 lines of code on the top, pyinput.keyboard, import key, listener, and controller. The listener is not so much necessary, but the controller and the key are important. So then you're given, and then you have to run this as well, keyboard equals controller. This kind of sets up your keyboard. So then anytime you press keyboard.press and then you can enter a parameter. So for example, key.left, or down here, this is for Gamestar mechanic, A, X, and D. That's basically the two keys that you press, the three keys. So A is to go left, X is to jump, and D is to go right. So this is all Gamestar mechanic. And this intermediate time.sleep is the delays. So sometimes you need to wait a little bit before you press another key. And basically this whole long chunk of things beats the level for you, which is really cool. So if you end up figuring it out, these two libraries up here, they're really helpful. You could start verifying impossible levels, or at least humanly impossible levels. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to show you. I thought this was really cool. So yeah, have a great day, guys, and happy Thanksgiving, by the way, because that's coming up.